Let's build this to-do list that has a progress bar, check marks, crosses it out, drop-down menus, and more. First, we'll label the top as date, to-do, due date, time, and status. I like to center everything. Now you'll add your checkboxes by going to Insert, Checkbox, and I like to make them black. For the drop-down menu, you're going to highlight, go to View More Cell Actions and Data Validation, and here you'll add any timestamp that you want. I like to change it to an arrow, and then I just click Done. Now I want to make it so that when I double-click the cell for the dates, a little calendar pops up, so I highlight those, and I also do data validation, and I do Is Valid Date. And now when I double-click on the cell, a calendar will pop up, and it's just easier to select. Moving on to the progress bar, I'm making it so that it will count how many to-do list tasks I have, and then count how many boxes are checked, and it will make a progress percentage according to how many are in the task list. So basically it's counting the checked boxes and dividing it by how many tasks you have listed and spitting out a percentage. So I'll just write task 1 here, and you can see it popped up as a 0. I'm just going to center this and then make it a percentage. And so when I check this box, it's now 100% because there's just one task. But if I add a second task and I check 1, it's now 50%, and then 100 if I click both. Now moving on to the actual progress bar. This is a sparkline chart, which basically makes a chart within one single cell. I merged about, I think, 4 cells together to make it a longer progress bar. And here's where you can add the color that you want for the progress bar. Any color has its own code, so I just looked up a green code number and I added it there, and it's a nice green color. Now we're going to have each row cross out when a box is checked, so we're going to right-click that first row and go to Conditional Formatting. Then we're going to select Custom Formula Is equals whatever that cell number is of that first check mark. Make sure the money symbol is before, equals true. I make the cell white and like a dark gray ink, and then the strike out, and then click Done. And you'll want to drag it all the way down, and now they all will cross out when you select the checkbox next to them. Throughout the process, you can format it however you like to make it look pretty. Last thing we'll do is the due date turning red when it's overdue. So same thing with conditional formatting, but its date is before today. Select your color, click Done, and if it's before today, it will turn red. And that's how you build the to-do list.